Hi, my name is Joyeeta. I am a student for Miss Y's Design for Events class, and this is what I've done for assignment 1. For our first task, we were told to create a birthday invitation for a 10-year-old kid, and my inspiration, or the first thing that I wanted to do, was to create a jungle slash safari theme for a child's birthday invitation, and the um, we were meant to use Canva to create this invitation card. So as you can see, this is the theme of the birthday card that I found on Canva. This is a template. The first issue that I had with this is that because I like the theme so much, I selected it without seeing the size of the invitation card, which Miss Y pointed out afterwards. And then I found the exact measurements of the invitation card that was needed and that was required, and then I just copy pasted the stickers and the animals that were given. Another thing that I had to improve on is that the "You Are Invited" sign that was one of the requirements, the sign was a little too small, so I created and I made the font a little bit bigger, like suggested. And this is the back of the invitation card. I have used 2 different fonts to emphasize the story. For Saturday, I have used, ironically, Sunday. And for Alex's birthday, I also used the same font. The reason I used this font is because it is bold and it emphasizes the main event and the date and whose party it's happening. And as for the one below, for the in detail 8th of July and the safari theme, I used the font Laundrina Solid Regular. Even though this is not bold, it is, I made these bold. However, the safari theme and the 8th of July, even though it's not bold, it is quite spread out, and because of that, it is clearer to read. I also used, here, as you can see, the monkey holding Alex's name and the branch that is coming out of the word theme. I used it like this, as well as the elephant holding the scan to RSVP code. The reason I used it like this is because I think it enhances the Instagram story a lot better, and it kind of is a little bit cute, and I think kids would really like that. This is the third task. This is the Facebook post. It is a little empty as I was kind of confused on how to go on about it. I did put little icons such as the location. I kept it on the top right. I gave the calendar, the date, the timing. On the bottom, I gave who to contact, an email. And in the middle, I gave a picture of the safari theme. However, I still believe it is quite empty and there is a lot of negative space. But in the end, I believe because it is a Facebook post, there's not much to add on to it either. I do think I could have done this a little bit better next time, but this is what I have so far. For our fourth task, we were asked to create a brochure front and back of an event company. And the event company that I chose was a wedding photography company called Amrit Photography, which is based in Vancouver, British Columbia. I, for one, was very, very excited to do this, is because I'm a very big fan of weddings, South Asian weddings especially, and I had been following Amrit Photography and its personal accounts on Instagram for a while, so I know the concepts that they try to bring in real life in their wedding photos. One of the things that I struggled with when creating this brochure was, if we look here, the logo. In reality, this logo, I got it from the website page, and it's on a blank white background. So to cut it out and to edit every single inch of it took almost 15 to 20 minutes, and it kind of slowed down the progress of what I was trying to make on the brochure. And for my second problem that I ran into is that this pentagon shape kind of like I wouldn't say stash, but the shape on the actual website that I was trying to make it wouldn't vertically go longer, and if I tried to make it go longer, it would kind of go out of the page. And that was something I was struggling to do, and I really wanted to keep it as it would look really nice. You can't really see it here. It looks more maroonish, but the color is actually brown, and I wanted to focus on the color hues of nudes, brown, rusty, and dust kind of theme that I was going for. And overall, this itself, it is quite small, but this entire thing itself took the most time to make. Overall, this is the front page, where it has about us, 2 photos, how to contact them, and some of these pictures, like this one, is something that I'm personally inspired by and would love to travel to for any future events or future weddings. And this below is the back of the brochure. These are actual client testimonials, Ami and Rick, and Amrita and Rick. These are both clients that have taken the services of Amrit Photography, and some famous designers such as Sabyasachi, Anita Dongre. All of these people have worked with Amrit Photography. Something I believe I can improve on is that if we look here, the font is kind of clashing, and there you can very easily depict that this is 2 different images. I would want to have these merged, and these 2, so it looks like one whole picture. And I don't more to go with the flow. I could easily improve on this, but overall I am very proud with this one. I think it's one of my favorite designs. Similar to the Facebook post, I'm not exactly proud of the way the flyer came out. I'm kind of disappointed because the amount of effort and time that I had given for my brochure and my other designs, I was not able to give it for the flyer, and it's quite basic. I did use the same logo and the same kind of stash pentagon design and some of the images that I'd used in the brochure. However, it's not my best design, and I don't really like the outcome of it, and it looks quite basic of how it turned out. I do believe it's not my best designs, and I wish I could improve on it, but I just left it as it is. Another thing I could improve on right here is that because of how light the logo is, the background could be a lot darker, or I could have made the logo a little bit darker. For our 5th task, we had to create a poster. As you can see on top, it is 42 by 59.4 centimeters, and this was on Vista Create. I believe the poster is quite of an upgrade right after the flyer, as I didn't want to stop all my hard work, and I wanted to continue with the efforts that I had done before. We had to select a destination for the annual company trip for Amrit Photography. The destination that I selected was Vancouver, British Columbia, which is where Amrit Photography itself originated from. And I believe that because they travel so much to so many different countries and regions of the world, that having their annual company trip back at home would feel much more comfortable and just a nice trip. As for the background, I found a really nice, as you can see, a marble theme with hues of blues, reds, and nudes and browns. I think it stands out really well with the two images that I've added. This one is one of, on the box, in the middle box, I have added the activities that will be held at the annual company trip, and one of the activities were you could bring a +1 and there would be a date slash photography kind of shoot with your +1 in a cruise. And here's the picture of the date activity. As you can see, I've used two different fonts, one for the date, and for the date I used Macondo, and as well as for the activities and the RSVP. I think it's a really nice italicized Greek kind of font that goes well with the annual poster in itself. And as for the destination, I use the font Aladdin, and I think it's different, yet it kind of ties up with how the original font is of Amrit Photography. Something I believe I could have changed or improved on is the logo right here, which has been a problem in the past with the flyer, is that the logo's color is quite light and it kind of mashes up with the background in the marble theme. And so for this, I could have made the logo a little bit darker, or I could have used a different border or something that would have made the logo a little bit more unique or stand out in the poster. As for our last task in assignment 1, which is the banner for the annual company trip, I did this in Adobe Illustrator. However, some of the problems that I had run into is that because I wanted to have the annual company dinner and the date in the same font as the Amrit Photography, or where it was original, it didn't come out exactly the same. And because of that, and because of the size as well, and the capitalization, I feel like it looks like 3 different fonts, and it kind of, to me, I'm not sure, to me it doesn't look exactly right. However, because of the picture and the bold red, it makes everything stand out better, and I think it looks quite enticing as the banner, as it has the main 2 activities on the front for the annual company trip.